right, guys, we are on the final day, the last day of the Right Audience More Sales Challenge. Welcome to day 5, our final day. I am so excited to be here today. I have really enjoyed watching everything that you guys have done in this challenge and the way that you've just thrown yourself into it all. It was really fun learning about your audience in the early part of the cycle and having those conversations with you, over the past like 24 hours. I really loved seeing all of the creative ways that you thought you could speak, that and have identified that you can speak to people who are in your audience at that earlier stage. So what are we talking about for our last day today? The majority of my new clients come to me. Okay? The majority of my new clients come to me frustrated that they're not hitting their sales goals. I mean, that's really the majority of the way, right? People come to me. They're not signing clients to hit their sales goals, or they have clients and they're still not hitting their sales goals, or they're not hitting them consistently, or whatever it is, right? So I ask them, what do you think the issue is? What do you think the issue is? What's keeping you from that? And the majority say, I think it's my audience. I think it's my audience. I think I need to change my target market. I need to change who I'm working with so that I can find people who can afford me. Okay, so I can find people who afford me. That's like the number one answer. Hence this challenge, right? So when I pull back the lens, though, right, take that microscope and pull back the lens, right? And look at all that information and all that data that they have, what I find is that their audience is already in front of them. Their audience is sitting there, right there in front of them. Growing a business is 5% strategy. This is not hard data. This is like Rita estimates. Like growing a business is 5% strategy, and it's 95% tenacity. Right? It requires stepping outside of your comfort zone frequently. It requires you doing it consistently. It requires patience while you sit in the discomfort and let yourself be uncomfortable while you're not seeing results, while you're giving time for your strategies to actually produce results, which is often 90 days. As a minimum, right? There's a reason why my coaching with people is 6 months, right? That's how long it takes for most people to have gotten the traction, to really be implementing this, to have gotten to a place of being okay sitting in discomfort, of being consistent, of executing strategies, right? To a place of being able to see results. If they do it consistently, if they follow the strategies we've put together over 6 months, then by the end of 6 months, they will start seeing some real traction, right? But that's how long it takes. And so it's not easy. It's not easy to do that, to sit in discomfort, because it's not fun when you're not seeing results. When you're doing all of these things and you're not seeing results, it's not fun, right? But that is where most entrepreneurs cut and run. So they usually cut and run sometime between, right, starting their strategy and the 90 days before they've, like, the 90-day mark of working that strategy. So while they are doing many things, they aren't seeing many meaningful results from any of them because they're cutting and running. So clients come to me frustrated, thinking that they have a sales or a marketing problem. And what they have is a stopping problem, right? So in order for this strategy, any strategy, this strategy, right, to work, the concepts and the strategies and the actions that you've identified throughout this challenge, right? So everything that you've identified throughout this challenge that you're kind of putting into a strategy for you, in order for it to really take you to the next level, you must first create the habits that allow you to up-level your business mindset and your bank account, that will allow you to show up consistently, that will allow you to believe in the outcome, that will allow you to sit in discomfort while you're implementing these strategies before you see results, right? And that means cultivating what I call a mindset of commitment. You have to cultivate a mindset of commitment. It's necessary for success, so that you can consistently show up, so that you can consistently execute on your strategy, so that you will allow yourself to be visible, so that you will educate your audience, so that you will lead them through their journey, so that you nurture and create meaningful relationships, right? And then see the results, like all of that stuff that's required before you get more sales with ease. So the short version of that is, instead of working it to see if it works, meaning when you're seeing that it's not working, you're going to cut and run. Instead of working it to see if it works, you will be able to work it until it works. You will be able to work it until it works, okay? So while there's no simple skill that I can just say, oh, learn all about this skill and that's gonna allow you to do that with ease, like what will help you is to make the decision to be successful. Goals are useful. The power is really in the decision. Once you make a decision and you get committed to that decision, once you've made a committed decision, a decision is there's no going back. I have drawn a line in the sand. This is my decision. That's a done deal. That's final. So now I'm committed to that decision, right? So once you've made a committed decision, you can set goals along the way to support you in that decision. But the decision has to come first. You are not going to be able to make a big change. You're just not. You are not going to be able to make a big change if you are not fully committed to it. You're just not. It's impossible, right? So you are not going to be able to make a big change if you're not fully committed, but you can't get fully committed until you've decided, until you've made the decision to be successful. Because otherwise, if you're not committed, then when it looks like it's not working or when it gets hard or when you're tired or when you're whatever, you're not going to stick with it, right? So you have to make the decision so that you can be committed. But making a decision to be successful means deciding who you have to be in order, right, to take the actions necessary to reach your goals. Like for my clients, I say to do the things I'm telling you to do that you're like, that's scary, or that's so different, or like, I don't know, I'm not seeing results, so I want to try 18 other things and I want to go network 18 other places and I want to reach this person and this person and this, and I want to put out this offer and this offer and this offer. And I'm like, no, one way, one thing, one offer, 90 days. And they're like, but no, like it's scary, right? You have to make the decision about who you are as a person to show up in a way that you can do that you can do those things, right? And that means making a choice about how you show up in the world. By choosing to be a certain kind of person, you eliminate the other options. I think that's really powerful, right? So in a non-entrepreneur way, let's say that you want to lose weight. You want to get healthy, okay? You want to lose weight. Well, you could have a goal to lose 25 pounds, but you're not committed until you've decided to be successful, right? So you're not committed to losing 25 pounds until you've decided you're going to work it until it works. So you're not trying to lose weight to see the results of losing weight. You will keep doing the things you need to do until it works, right? But in order for you to make that to have that commitment, you have to make a decision about who you're going to be the person that will work it until it works, right? Or to be the person who is most likely to lose weight. So in this situation, I'm a person who drinks plenty of water, moves every day, gets sufficient sleep, eats nourishing foods. Like that's how I have to show up in the world in order to be a healthy person, right? In order to get healthy in my life, I have to show up as a healthy person now, right? So that person gets sufficient sleep, eats nourishing meals, eats nourishing food, moves every day, drinks plenty of water, right? Also, that person is somebody who moves every day, right? So we'll put that in there. So, but let's put it in a business sense. So let's say that I want to grow my list and my community over the next 6 months. That's a goal a lot of business owners have. I want to grow my list and I want to grow my community over 6 months. One of the goals that I set to achieve could be to grow my list by 50%. I want to grow my list by 50%. But the real power to achieve that goal would come from the decision that I have to make about who I am to be the kind of person who grows their list by 50%, right? Meaning, I am a person who shows up fully, who gets visible every day, multiple times a day, who provides extreme value to others at all times, who nurtures my existing community at all stages, who provides opportunities for people to connect with me frequently. Right? If I show up in this way, if I show up fully, consistently, visible, all the time, multiple times a day, and I'm giving opportunities for people to connect with me and talk to me throughout the day, and I'm giving extreme value, and I have my strategy of nurturing the relationship. I know what I'm talking about and when I'm talking about, and I'm doing that, I can't help but grow my list over 50%, right? So today you're going to make a decision about who you have to be in order to execute on the strategy that you've come up with over the week. Like, who do you have to be to realize the success that you want? So you're going to make that decision, and then you're going to commit to yourself to show up in that way. And you're going to share it with all of us here in the All In Entrepreneur so that you can create habits that do up-level your business mindset and your make account. So of course, to help you do this, there's a short journal prompt, and there is a quick action designed to take less than 5 minutes. And it's a really fun one, and I can't wait to see you share it with all of us here. If you have questions, let me know. Bye, everyone. I will be back on Saturday in your email inbox with kind of a wrap up. Okay? All right, take care. Bye.